we want to talk a little bit about what Kilmeny was just talking about, which is the Bitcoin issue. Pleased to have in Republican Congressman for Virginia. He's also a member of the House Freedom Caucus, and he was also with Donald Trump in the courtroom this week. Congressman Bob Good, a pleasure, sir. Welcome back into Newsline. It's good to have you today.
Great to be with you. Thanks for having me again.
Your thoughts on what you saw in Juan Merchan's courtroom. Professor Alan Dershowitz says he had never seen anything like it, a judge so conflicted that it was appalling to him.
It's incredible that a judge would abuse the power that's placed in him to this kind of a degree. They would use it to weaponize against someone he disagrees with politically. Donald Trump's going to win in November. There's nothing the Democrats can do to stop that. He's going to win because he secured the border, because he had a great economy. He had almost non-existent inflation. He had wages, real wages rising. America was strong. America was respected. We have none of that under Joe Biden. Everybody's worse off in the country under Joe Biden, unless you're an illegal alien and you're here because of Joe Biden's border invasion.
I'm so glad you went there.
Judge Merchan, continues to, every objection by the defense, he overrules. Every objection by the prosecution, he sustains. He's got his daughter making tens of millions of dollars, raising tens of millions of dollars for the Democrat Party on this trial. His agenda is to get President Trump. Hopefully, there are some individuals, even in New York City, on this jury, who will say, we're going to do the right thing. There's no crime here. There's no credibility with these witnesses. This is political weaponization at the highest levels. It's collusion with Biden's Department of Injustice to go after President Trump like this. And so it was a privilege to be there and to have his back, to be his voice when this judge has got a gag order on him to try to prevent him from getting a fair opportunity to defend himself.
It's been incredible to show support ranging from D.C., as we said, to noted scholars and legal experts. Congressman Good, I'm glad you mentioned that migrants are doing better than real Americans in Joe Biden's America. There are also some of them able to vote. I know the House floor today voting to curb a 2022 D.C. law with non-citizens. I don't know if everyday American, they're trying to just put food and gas and, support their family, understand how far this has gone. Not only are people incentivized to come here to live free and get free cell phones, but, this seems like a whole block of voters that Biden wants to enlist now because he's losing every other block, Arab, Black, Latino, and whatnot.
Yes, Joe Biden and the Democrats believe everybody around the world has the right to come to America legally or illegally, however they come, and they should be embraced, they should be welcomed. And unlike President Trump, who obviously gave us the secure border and his policies were working, Joe Biden wants to give and is giving free health care, free travel, free housing, free education, free social services, you name it, to these illegal aliens. He has done irreparable harm to the country. If we secured the border even today, only time will tell who Joe Biden has let into this country and the harm that they will perpetrate on the American people. It's unconscionable how a president would intentionally do so much harm to his own country, to the United States.
It certainly is. Congressman Bob Good, a pleasure to have you, sir. Thank you for your comments about what you saw firsthand inside that courtroom. We know they'll be back for closing arguments next week, and Donald Trump's fate, obviously, will be with those jurors you speak of, and we still have hope that somebody is looking at the facts there. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Great to be with you.
Great to have you.